Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Being the first in my family to go to college, it feels empowering.
College is not a four-year plan. With a degree, you're able to set yourself up for the next 40 years of your life.
My coaches made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete.
They know what it means to be successful off the court. Academics is the most important factor. The athletic scholarship just opened so many doors to me.
I'm excited to see what my future holds.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
For the last 100 years, UEM has made great contributions to Arkansas. Senator Blanche Lincoln stated in a letter to President Obama, "As we move forward in the 21st century, UEM will continue to prepare tomorrow's leaders to compete in the global marketplace for the next century." University of Arkansas at Monticello Chancellor H. Jack Laster said the following for the centennial celebration: "As we approach our 100th anniversary, we are constantly reminded that we have always represented opportunity to generations of people seeking a higher education and a better life." That message so clearly resonates today as it did in 1909. UAM is a university that is constantly exploring and developing new opportunities to help students open doors to a better life. UAM is celebrating a century of opportunity and excellence. Please join us as we continue to strive for excellence and greatness. One school, 10 decades of learning, 100 years of excellence.
Belonging isn't about fitting in, it's about feeling you can be yourself. You do you at SWOSU. Quality academics, athletics, leadership, and more than 100 majors and clubs. Affordable, flexible, friendly.
Sir?
I'll get it together. I promise.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
I'd say happier than the Pillsbury Doughboy on his way to a baking convention.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
I had one more year of eligibility left. I wanted to get drafted that year. Because of the rule change, I was able to ask people in the NBA, would I benefit more from a year of school, or would I, be better off trying my luck at being an NBA draft pick? It was a no-brainer once they were telling me that I would definitely benefit from another year at school. The rule change gives people an opportunity to explore the possibility of playing pro basketball while giving them an out. Without the rule change, I wouldn't be sitting here a rookie in the NBA.
As a student athlete, I've been challenged both in the classroom and on the field. Between the education that I've received and the relationships that I've built, my time at Henderson State University has prepared me to live ready.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the little piggy cry wee, wee, wee all the way home?
Maxwell!
Yeah?
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I can't believe it. I've been playing 4-on-4 with a barbershop quartet.
Pass the ball, pass the rock. We're open, just pass the ball.
Nah, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico. Yeah.
Believe it. Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character. And then creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go. Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
The opportunity to be an NFL quarterback, it's really a dream come true, but the day will come where I have to lay the ball down. Being able to be an NCAA athlete allowed me to pursue something that I love in aviation. I knew I wanted to major in aerospace engineering before I came on my visit to Tennessee. Balancing being a student athlete was a huge priority. It was a point of emphasis that I'm going to be in class, I'm going to do well in class, and I'm also going to do well on Saturdays each and every week. I'm excited to see what my future holds.
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science, and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready. While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science, and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
The #1 team in the Great American Conference, riding a 27-game win streak, led by Player of the Year Hayden Priddy and Coach of the Year Kelsey Musick. Southwestern Oklahoma State taking on the 8th seed Northwestern Oklahoma State, entering with a record of 12-17. Their first ever appearance in the last appearance here at the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Michael Westbrook along with Kenny Morrison, thank you for being with us today. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer here at the Bruin Fieldhouse for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we honor our nation and those that serve at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet the starters for the visitors this evening. The Northwestern State Rangers, starting at the guard. A 5'8" junior from Round Rock, Texas, number 2, Kalia King. At a guard, a 5'6" senior from Alva, Oklahoma, number 3, Bailey Forel. At a forward, a 5'10" freshman from Cashin, Oklahoma, number 21, Presley Ashafe. At a guard, number 22, 5'5" senior from Pond Creek, Oklahoma, Jade Jones. And at a forward, 6-foot sophomore from Enid, Oklahoma, number 30, Bailey Brown. Head coach for the Rangers, Tasha Dieselhorst.
PA announcer introducing Northwestern Oklahoma State, and now the #1 team, Southwestern.
Bulldogs of Southwestern Oklahoma State, starting tonight for them. 6'2" senior from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, number 12, Haley Tucker. 5'9" senior from Piedmont, number 14, Hayden Priddy. A 5'10" junior from Chester, Oklahoma, number 15, Taylor Hedrick. A 5'8" junior from Meridian, Oklahoma, number 21, Tyra Aska. And a 5'11" sophomore from Norman, Oklahoma, number 23, Bethany Franks. The head coach for Southwestern, Kelsey Musick.
Again, the starters for Southwestern: Tucker, Priddy, Hedrick, Aska, and Franks. Head coach Kelsey Musick, 27-1 the record, 22-0 in GAC play. For Northwestern, it's King, Farrell, Payasapi, Jones, and Brown. Head coach Tassa Dieselhorst, 12-17 the record, 9-13 in Great American Conference action. Kenny Morrison here courtside. I'm Michael Westbrook. It's our second women's quarterfinal matchup. It should be a good one today. You never know what's going to happen come tournament play, as we saw earlier today. Now, on paper, the advantage, of course, goes to Southwestern.
Sure does, Mike. Thanks. Pleasure to join you. 2-0 this year, Southwestern over Northwestern in the regular season. Southwestern, of course, the team to beat in the tournament, winner to 27 straight games. Should be fun. Number 1 in 5 offensive categories.
Incredible year that they have had, but Northwestern wins the opening tip, and their bench, which is full of Lady Rangers, comes to life early on. So Northwestern has the first possession, and they're in the black uniforms. Southwestern in the gray, and the first shot from Payasapi misses. And here's Southwestern for the first time on offense.
One of the keys against Southwestern is weathering runs. It was so efficient offensively, over 86 points a game.
Hedrick backing down her defender, draws some contact. Not the shot Aska wants. She'll drive instead, off the glass and in.
Dribble drive offense. They run it well, run it as well as anybody in the league. Out of the multiple teams that run that dribble drive.
And we know all about their full court press now. Their defense has really picked up this year. And there's a turnover as Bethany Franks is able to get a steal, something she does really well. 4th in the Great American Conference in steals, in fact, with 66 at the end of the regular season. Well, I said Aska didn't want that shot, but she took it anyways.
Let that one fly. You know, she's a first-team All-GAC performer this year, along with Hayden Pretty and Haley Tucker. Franks, honorable mention. They're loaded.
Kalia King averaging 14 a game. Look for her to be a key today. They go inside to Bailey Brown. She's another phenomenal player for Northwestern. Southwestern having a little bit of trouble here. Now it'll be up to Hayden Pretty to get the ball across half court. Pretty on the drive. She misses in close. Offensive board and a putback. Bethany Franks with her first 2.
Southwestern pressures you, and they get over 12 offensive rebounds per game. That's 3rd in the league, and they have a 10 turnover differential. They create multiple offensive possessions.
It's really incredible. You hear all the time, a team is built for this. That certainly fits here with this Southwestern team. As veteran as they are, Northwestern is on the board now, 2 minutes into the first quarter. That's Jade Jones with her first 2, playing against her former team here, Kenny.
Started her career at Southwestern. I think had a broken foot or ankles of some sort and ended up transferring to Northwestern.
It's another offensive rebound that'll set up a 3. Boy, Southwestern could very well be up about 10 or 11 to 2 right now. Shot's not going in. King drives against Tucker and Aska. And they shift it around to Farrell. Inside. Basket in for Bailey Brown.
Nice patience. Spread the court. Open up some space for in the paint. You can get shots against Southwestern in the half court if you be patient. The key is getting it into the half court.
Absolutely. Tucker driving. She'll try to back down her defender. That one's a little too strong. And now Tucker's going to be called for a foul. Well, you think the crowds recognize this is a rivalry and a 1-8 matchup?
They are in it early. Northwestern's bounce back. Credit them 4 straight points. Showing some energy early. Haley Tucker, you know, of course, played here at Bartlesville High. Yet to win the GAC tournament championship in this building, though. This is her final try.
That's right. In the Kelsey Music era, she's had a Hall of Fame worthy career already, but this group has not been able to get over the hump. There's Kalia King with her first 2. 6-4 Northwestern. A little more than 3 minutes has passed in the first quarter. Aska pulls up, hit on the arm. It's a good call there. And our officials for this game, Misty Overstreet, Scott Cloughes, and Jonathan Pestusik. Boy, I should have practiced those names too, I guess.
I think you got them though, Michael. I'm impressed.
Thanks for backing me up nonetheless. Here's Aska at the line.
Southwestern finished the regular season the best free throw shooting team in the conference, 75.3%.
It was pretty close up top between Southwestern, Northwestern, and East Central.
Yeah, they all just bounced back and forth throughout the regular season.
Aska makes 1 out of 2. 3 points for Tyra in the early going, a 1-point Northwestern advantage.
Michael, similar offenses. Northwestern runs a lot of the dribble drive as well. They do a few things differently out of it. So Northwestern will pull up, shoot the mid-range a little bit more.
King driving on Aska will go to the line. First foul on Tyra Aska, second foul on Southwestern in the quarter. Puts King at the line, 67% from the free throw line this season.
First ever appearance by Northwestern here in the GAC tournament, and I think they've weathered the early shakes.
Yeah, absolutely they have. You know, in our first 2 games here today, one on the men's side, one on the women's side, we did see more of a lopsided start. Arkansas Tech getting out early against East Central. We saw Southeastern get out in front against Monticello. This one, at least through the first 4 minutes, been close. Northwestern with a 3-point lead. Pretty finds Tucker. Two-time GAC Player of the Year. She's hit on the arm. Quite possibly, Kenny could have been a three-time GAC Player of the Year, giving way to her teammate this year, Hayden Pretty, who claimed that honor.
Yeah, both of them just tremendous players, and Pretty 17.1 points a game, Tucker 19 a game. Pretty top 6 in assists, 5th in steals, 5th in three-point percentage. Could run down some of the same numbers for Tucker in statistical categories. Both just really, really good players.
And as you said, good free throw shooters. Tucker is on the board with her first point. The foul was against Presley Payasapi, her first. Second team foul on Northwestern.
Payasapi, a really good freshman.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with her this year. She had the defensive assignment on Tucker, really being physical with her here early in the game. And I think that's what you have to do with Haley Tucker. She can beat you in so many ways. You've got to get pressure on her.
Speaking of pressure, Southwestern in that full court press. Northwestern's handled it okay so far. Only one turnover. Payasapi runs off the three-point line. Jumper won't go. Southwestern's Franks controlling. Tucker a threat to shoot from anywhere on the floor. She'll step all the way through this time and go off the glass and in. Northwestern wanted to travel, but it appears they'll give them that step-through move here today. Ote in the paint.
Yeah, someone from behind trying to block the shot. It's going to be, looks like Hedrick.
Third foul on Northwestern and first on Hedrick.
One thing I really like about Northwestern early, they're not settling. They are attacking the lane against Southwestern, making them exert some energy defensively.
They really are. Jakiria Ote with the free throw. 78.8% at the line this year. Tied at 9. Ote's second one is good as well.
Despite losing their last two regular season games, Northwestern put together a 3-game win streak prior to that and really played some good basketball to get them to the tournament.
That's right. They've won 6 of their last 10. And now free throws coming here for Franks. We see it again as Pretty was able to find Franks underneath. Put that on Ote.
Yeah, pretty easy call to make.
Thought we were playing Plinko there for a minute. Bounced on the rim a while.
Bethany Franks, freshman of the year by my recall from last season in the conference. Honorable mention all GAC this year.
Yeah, she, I don't want to say she gets lost in the mix. She's the conference's leading rebounder at 8.6, but when you talk about all the offense that Southwestern has, she's one of the younger players on the team, and she has fit in nicely with this group.
Yeah, they're well-rounded.
Bailey Brown will give way up top. Hard drive, King with the jump stop in the paint. Tucker reels in the rebound, her first of the game. She's got 4 points. This is where I think you might see Southwestern start to ramp up the offense again. They seem to be a little more settled in. There's a basket that goes along 2.
Hayden Pretty connecting from the left wing, the GAC Player of the Year.
Averages 17 points a game. First in three-point makes. But there you go. Northwestern again, right to the Lady Bulldogs.
Looks like right now, Michael, they're getting the court spread and finding creases, kind of creasing the defense and making Southwestern come over and be aggressive, and another foul.
Fouls on Franks, immediate timeout, 4:20 to play in the first. Southwestern by 3. We're back in a moment here on the GAC Sports Network.
At Arkansas Tech University, I find harmony between art and science. Here, I can sing into a microphone and learn how one works. Whether it's performing on the field or solving an equation, I'm constantly evolving to meet tomorrow's challenges. I am a musician and a future engineer. My name is Jordan Davis, and I'm a lifelong learner.
You dream of a place where you're valued just as you are, figuring out your future on a safe campus with caring friends and faculty. You do you at SWASU, Weatherford and Sayre. Being a Bulldog means being you.
Southwestern leads Northwestern 13-10 after the first media timeout. 4:20 remaining in this first quarter of play. And we have free throws upcoming here for Northwestern. Seems like that might be a spot where if the Lady Rangers are going to stay in this game, they keep pressuring inside and getting the free throws to go, they could stay in it.
They're attacking, and they're second in the league, finished second at 75.1% as a team as Jay Jones buries the first. They want to get to the stripe. They want to make Southwestern play defense and exert some energy down there. So far, a really good job getting to the rim.
Northwestern 3 of 7 from the floor. Southwestern's 4 of 9. We've got a foul away from the basketball, and that will go against Mackenzie Billy. Billy just checking into the game. 5'10" senior out of Thomas, Oklahoma. So her first foul, 14th foul. We might see a lot of free throws here in this first quarter, both sides with 14 fouls. But Tucker wanted the ball inside there, couldn't get it to her. Instead, Frank's so wide open, she hesitated.
3 seconds.
And, yep, turnover on Southwestern there.
Frank had a layup.
Absolutely.
Looks up. One really important stat earlier, Southwestern 0 of 2 on threes. They make just under 10 threes a game, led the GAC this year. Northwestern needs to keep them at bay behind that three-point line.
Here's Bailey Farrell. She gets position all the way inside and off the glass and in. Be interesting to track the number of possessions that have been in the paint for Northwestern. Of course, Southwestern's done much of the same. Franks, pump fake didn't work, decides to take the shot anyways, and it's the 2.
You think that's a shot you would like to maybe give up. Not saying Franks is not a good perimeter shooter, but she has so many other weapons, and she makes it from 16 feet.
Franks only averages 8 a game. She has 6 already. Lady Bulldogs by 1. Here's Bailey Brown working on Franks. Off the glass and in for Bailey Brown, then tangled up afterwards. Nearly 15 a game for Bailey Brown. She certainly will be a key today. There's Franks again. They're giving her some space. Stepping in, stealing it away is Mackenzie Billy. Lets the defenders fly by.
Beautiful play. The jump stop, and Tucker and Franks flew right over the top. Billy laid it in.
A look of intensity on the face of Haley Tucker right now. A rebound by Brown. Coach Dieselhorst might not sit down the whole game. She's been standing quite a bit. My goodness. I'm not even sure that one hit the net. It went straight down.
Beautiful shot by Bailey Farrell. Looking, they attacked. Found an open shooter.
Farrell has 5. Northwestern leads by 6. They call a foul underneath on Mackenzie Billy. It's her second personal foul, and it sends Haley Tucker to the free throw line.
A few different wrinkles by Northwestern. They're using that dribble drive. That time they got the Farrell open in the corner, and the possession before that they had an overload on the right side. And that left Brown some isolation to go one-on-one down the left side of the lane. And she's a great finisher at the rim, and sure enough finished the play.
Talk all about this Southwestern offense, and rightfully so. 86 points a game. Northwestern just went on a 7-0 run in 56 seconds. 4 of their last 4, but the 2 free throws from Tucker slow down that run. Still a 4-point Lady Ranger lead. Kalia King will drive in and dish to Brown. Now out to Jones. Another 3. This time Jay Jones. Pretty forcing the issue, gets the and one opportunity. Give Southwestern credit. They are not backing down, even though these shots are falling for Northwestern. They're now going right at the Rangers.
Yeah, they will attack off a make as quick as they will attack off a miss.
Yeah.
As they did there. They love to get Hayden Pretty going downhill. She is probably the best finisher from the guard position in the league.
I think so.
Job of absorbing contact and finishing the shot.
Foul was on Brown, her first. Pretty has 5 after the make. A high-scoring first quarter. Down to 1:40 remaining. Northwestern by 4. Here's Brown working on Stromatite, who's in the game for the first time. Tucker the rebound. Pretty underneath. That will not go for Madison Spurley. A couple of subs here in the last minute or so of the first quarter for Southwestern. Here's King freeing herself away from Aska. Gets it to go.
14.3 points a game, their best scorer consistently on the year. And Kalia King, a key to this game, with 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field.
Tucker needing some help. Inside a minute to play in the first now. Aska, a long 3. It's good. I think she heard me over here early. She's taking a lot of long shots.
Her 45th hit of the year from downtown.
Yep. 7th in the Great American Conference in three-point percentage. Foul on Hayden Pretty. First foul on Pretty. It's the 5th team foul. So free throws for Northwestern with 33.3 to play in the first. Yeah, that's a foul.
That's a foul. Definitely got her right side of her body into her. Jones tried to come up in the backcourt.
Jones, a 73% free throw shooter, connects on the first one there. She already has 8 points. 3 of 3 at the line now. Kenny, I know you're new to this, but we got new graphics to show you these days. How about that? Get you the individual stats.
It really looks good. GAC crew and a tremendous job with these broadcasts over the last several years.
5-point lead for Northwestern. Could be the last shot of the quarter here for for Southwestern.
What a 2-second difference, shot in game.
Spurley on the drive, another and one opportunity coming for this Lady Bulldog team as Spurley gets into the scoring with her first 2.
So hard to stop once you turn that corner and you got your left shoulder into the defender, and Southwestern seems to have multiple players that can finish that shot when they get down the lane.
Spurley, the sophomore from Piedmont, Oklahoma. 15 seconds left. Northwestern. Wow. King will now go to the line. They weren't even aware of the clock, or if they were, they weren't worried about it.
Well, they're, usually you want to a lot of times hold that for one, but I like the way they're playing.
Yeah,
I mean, just
aggressive.
Fearless, 28 first quarter points. They know, I think they're going to have to put 85, 90 points on the board to have a chance to beat Southwestern, and they're attacking the weaknesses of Southwestern. So far, a good first quarter by Northwestern.
King has 6 points. Aska just picked up her 2nd foul. They'll get her out of the game here. Tabor Beer is the replacement. Beer, the sophomore out of Hammond. King's good on both. Well, we're on pace for 120 to 100 here. Beer to the baseline, off of Tucker's hands. It ends up with Pretty. Short on that, may have been hit. And that is the end of the first quarter. A lot of life in the Bruin Fieldhouse. Northwestern fans behind us on their feet. 30 to 25 our score. Northwestern has a first quarter lead on the #1 team in the conference. We're back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
In high school, people described me as bright,
hardworking, and dedicated.
That I had a big heart. because I care about people and doing the right things.
Now, everywhere I look, I see an entire community just like that.
Learning more,
doing more,
and caring more.
A community of mission, Harding University.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
SAU feels like home because I've been treated like one of their own from the very beginning. While at SAU, I felt comfortable, encouraged, and motivated to succeed.
SAU feels like home because the atmosphere makes me feel secure and like I'm.
Reverse layup is up and in for Maddie Spurley. Kenny, after a quarter of play, a lot of offense and good shooting by both teams.
Northwestern 9 of 14, 64.3%. Southwestern now 9 of 17 after opening the second quarter with a made shot.
Tucker with a takeaway. Think if you're Southwestern, you say, okay, we know we can score, we're fine. And the shot clock, I think, did not fully reset. It was a steal at the other end.
Against Southwestern, you have to be in retreating defense. You got to get back, and that was a great example on that possession there. Bailey Brown getting back, getting in the paint, because you know Southwestern wants to attack quickly, and Brown was back, and she got the steal. So many things you have to do, and so far Northwestern's done most of them pretty well.
They really have. 8 points from King, 9 from Jones. Jones controlling to King against Hayden Pretty. Out top, open three, good. Ote. She has 5, and the lead is 6 for Northwestern. High pass, too high and out of bounds from Beer.
Northwestern 32.5% for three-point range, finished 5th in the GAC this year. Getting good looks right now. Ote, 34.5%, just hit a big one from downtown. 3 or 4.
Yep. And the free throws in the first quarter, Kenny, 10 of 10 for Northwestern, 8 of 10 for Southwestern.
20 free throw attempts combined between the two, so it tells you the aggressive style that both teams are playing with.
Absolutely. I'm not sure the full court press has really bothered Northwestern much.
No, I think they've handled it really well.
King averaging 14 a game. Oh, close to the half-court line there. Ote hitting the 3 a moment ago. Jones content to stand with it for a moment, get the play set up. Over to King. Aggressive against Tucker, and Haley blocks the shot out of bounds. Chance to see that again.
Textbook, just stayed hand straight up.
3 seconds on the shot clock here. King traveled. Yep. She tried to go low around Tucker, forgot to dribble.
Third turnover against Northwestern. Key statistic, watching that turnover column, Southwestern forces over 22 a game. Right now they've only attempted 2 more shots than Northwestern. They try to have a big differential there.
Pretty inside the paint. About an 8-footer goes. And she has 7. Northwestern 33, wow. Back-to-back possessions resulting in turnovers for Northwestern, this time a carry.
Jay Jones carrying it on the far side of the court, wide side. We talked about how Northwestern, the pressure really hasn't bothered them yet, but Southwestern is not too concerned about that because they're going to do it for 40 minutes.
Right.
And they just hope to wear you down and eventually create some havoc out there.
Absolutely. A drive by Spurley. She falls down. Is that not a travel? I guess she lost possession. Northwestern comes up with it anyways. Open shot, it looked like, from Jones. Decides to step inside. A little bit wild here.
Big rebound by Bailey Brown, crashing through the lane.
4 rebounds for Brown to go with 4 points. Tucker knocking that one free for a moment. Jones giving to Deja Beecham. 6 to shoot for Northwestern here. Good defense, just a heave towards the rim and comes up completely empty.
Southwestern was really hard hedging everything on the perimeter. Northwestern couldn't get the corner turn. Southwestern did a great job keeping the offense outside the three-point line, and for one of the few times, Northwestern not able to get into what they were really wanting to achieve.
And it's 3 possessions in a row with a turnover now. After the travel and the carry. Beer works it to Alexa Harvey. See Harvey in the game from right there in Weatherford, a sophomore. Harvey down on the baseline with 8 to shoot, in trouble. Now down to 4 to shoot, and the ball is out of bounds. That actually probably works to Southwestern's advantage. They can set something up here.
Yes, that ball's caught out there. You got it at the hash mark with 3 to shoot. You're back to the basket.
Yeah.
Both defensive tightening it up a little bit.
They really are.
After a 30-25 first quarter.
And yet both teams, Northwestern's at 59% for the game from the floor, and Southwestern's at 56%. King just checked back into the game. Whoa, a long shot with 1 on the shot clock. And King comes up with a rebound after it bounced off of Farrell. Thought they might have been able to get a little closer there with the 3 seconds, but how about that? Payasapi kept the dribble going while she was down on the ground. King is fouled.
It wasn't picturesque, but yet they still had the court spread. Got Southwestern pressuring on the perimeter and found an angle to get the ball into Kalia King, who's pretty good around the rim.
Foul was on Dovila Strimatite, the junior from Lithuania. Free throw is in. 21st combined free throw here with 6:13 to play in the second.
First appearance again by Northwestern in this tournament. Southwestern has been in here 7 years, now their 8th year, and all 8 years of the GAC tournament. Ousted in the semifinals last year by Harding.
4 finals appearances, though, for Southwestern. They won the inaugural GAC basketball tournament in 2012. Step through move there for Beer. Cannot complete it. Northwestern the rebound, and they are off to the races here. Jones underneath, and the shot blocked from behind. Tucker rejects that one from Payasapi.
Couple of blocks now by Haley Tucker, 45 on the season. She gets about a block and a half a game.
And that's second in the Great American Conference. King to the rim and in.
I'm gonna cliche it, but as an 8 seed and you hang around, they play with momentum, they keep getting energy, and the more they believe. And
yeah.
Now they got this lead up to 8 midway through the second quarter.
5:42 to play until halftime. 37-29. Foul on Harvey, her first. And 3 fouls against Southwestern in this quarter. Northwestern has not committed a foul. Haley Tucker, 1 of 3 from the floor. Harvey in the corner, good. Alexa Harvey connects, Tucker the assist. There's the full court press from the Bulldogs. King's really having to work hard right now. Defense extending out against Jones. Northwestern still shooting 58% from the floor for the game. King at the rim. They do it again. Put me on repeat here, Kenny.
That was a great high-low look. They switched it up a little bit, went high-low, and had Kalia King down in the low post. Caught Southwestern on the top side, threw it over the top, and King's got great hands and a great finish at the rim.
Second foul on Harvey sends us to the media timeout as you look at it again on the GAC Sports Network.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity.
At Ouachita, we care deeply for our students, and we are seeking to invest in them every day.
My professors are some of the best people I've ever met. They love me, they care for me, they care about my well-being.
Faculty are so open to helping you, even outside of the classroom. Like the night before the test, they'll stay up till late in case you need help, and they're really open about that, just really helping you understand everything.
Comes my way outside of Ouachita.
The faculty and staff really pour into me every day in class, but also out of class. They're really invested in my future.
We develop relationships, and we really seek to pour into the whole person.
Kalia King at the free throw line trying to complete an and one opportunity. A three-point play for King. She has the only free throw miss for Northwestern, but that's still been a bright spot for them here today.
13 of 14. King averaged 15 a game in the two meetings against Southwestern this year. She's almost there. In the first, she is there with 15 here in the first half.
Turnover, and Northwestern will give it right back. Watch out here, Brown and Franks battling. The foul will go against Bailey Brown.
Northwestern's adjusted some defensively. Southwestern was getting into the middle. Last couple possessions, you notice a little bit of a wall there in the middle. Northwestern trying to take that away. They make them pitch it, knock down a few threes. You gotta take one away.
Right. Yep. This is an 8-point lead for Northwestern. There's so much more on the line for Southwestern than just even a conference tournament. They're trying to be the #1 team in the region, hoping to host out at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center. That three is down. Tabor Beer connecting.
Big shot off the bench by Tabor Beer.
We have seen an 8 seed defeat a 1 seed before. It was 2012. Southeastern was able to defeat Arkansas Tech. Lady Bulldogs got it going again. Hayden Pretty draws the contact and gets the basket. We'll go to the line for the three-point play.
This is where they can hit you. Knock down the three, an ensuing possession, a turnover. They attack, get fouled on a layup. So this is where they can really put a run together. Northwestern will need to try to string together some good offensive possessions.
It's all of a sudden a 2-point game. Hayden Pretty's in double figures with 10. And how about the day King has had? 4 of 6 from the floor, 7 of 8 at the free throw line, 15 points in 15 minutes of action. Southwestern wanted to travel. Ball is loose, it hits the official. It's still loose, picked up by Tucker. Haley Tucker had 54 points in the 2 regular season meetings. She's heading back to the free throw line here, where she's 4 of 4 at the line in the contest. The foul goes against Pea Sappi, her second.
She's with 15 of 17 at the free throw line in 2 meetings against Northwestern.
That one goes in.
Yeah, beyond the season, she attempted 162 free throws. Got there more than any Bulldog.
That's an incredible number. It's a lot of free throws.
Free throws.
And we are tied at 40. It's an 8-0 run for Southwestern in just about 45 seconds. Mackenzie Billy in trouble, jump ball. It is still Northwestern who will have the possession here.
Southwestern jumping to man-to-man, but they're jumping to a quick double team on any perimeter pass and really trying to do what they just did, create a jump ball and force turnovers.
Official just trying to make sure the right official inbounded the ball there. There's that double team on King. Works it over to Jones. Have to hurry. 4 to shoot. Jones will drive. She took a hard hit somewhere. She is really grimacing. Back the other direction. What's the call here?
I think we got a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Southwestern.
Wow.
And a battle for that rebound. And then some of the Northwestern partisan wanted an over the back.
2:50 to play until halftime. I thought Tucker was going to take that shot. Now she does. And it's going to stay with Southwestern as Mackenzie Billy could not come up with the rebound. Shot of Coach Diesel Horst there in the Northwestern bench on screen a moment ago. Their first ever tournament.
She's got their club prepared. I can tell you that. They've been ready.
What a prize. You get to take on the #1 team for your first ever appearance here. But they have played well, you're right.
The 8th ranked team of the nation.
Yep. Pretty too short on that one. King, another rebound. That's her 3rd. I thought she may have maybe a few more than that. We'll head under 2 minutes to play until halftime. Tied at 40. Northwestern still 57% from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range. They have, however, started to turn the ball over a little bit more. There's a shot clock violation. Great defense from Southwestern.
Yeah, they've really tightened things up on their half-court defense here in the second quarter. They've now forced 9 Northwestern turnovers.
Six turnovers for Southwestern. It's an 8-0 run over the last 2:22. Northwestern was up 40-32 at that media timeout or close to it. Now here's a foul on Northwestern's Payasapi. I believe that's
those 2 fouls. She'll now set for the final 140.
Deja Beecham, the replacement. Southwestern had a 4-point lead at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. It's been a while for them. Their last lead was with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. They won't get the lead there on the missed shot. A rebound by Northwestern. Jones to Beecham. Beecham loses it. Picked up by Southwestern. They want to run. Beer, pull up. Franks, offensive rebound. Now Franks will take the 3. And Northwestern clears the glass. It's King. Ooh, a jump stop and a blocking foul underneath. I'll tell you what, Northwestern, from the word go, has stayed to their game plan. They weren't worried about slowing the ball down there again and limiting the chances at the other end. They went right to Southwestern's Tabor Beer.
Ooh,
basketball hit her on the head. That's what it was.
There it was. King got her in the forehead or the nose. She was out. Officials apparently going to make sure that there was nothing flagrant about the ball coming down and intentional on Tabor Beer's face. She was outside the restricted area, but was not set, it appeared, with her feet on the charge. Now they'll review and see if there was anything intentional by King.
Oh goodness, her hand's under the basketball. That's kind of interesting. They might look at that and think There's so much happening there, Kenny. Player right in front of you. You're hoping you don't trip and fall. I don't know.
Hard to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it did come down right on her face.
Of course, everything looks worse in slow motion, I'm convinced.
It does.
You know, that's a split-second decision to watch out for, well, cameraman, photographer, cheerleaders. There's a lot of things down there, obstacles in her way, including the player on the ground.
I don't know. I'm gonna say they may call a flagrant.
They might. They really might. The officials are huddling up, and
whether she meant it or not with her mind, it sure looked hand underneath the ball and rolling over that it could be, and you know it's, the officials have that to look at.
Well, it's a big spot here before the half because we're tied at 40. Northwestern's not scored in about 4 minutes. Officials going back over to the scorers table. Our first review here of this game.
We were told that one of the officials guaranteed no reviews.
That's right. They wanted to keep the game moving. We had a few reviews in the first game, to say the least. And
game ended on a review.
That's right. Yeah.
Double overtime.
Certainly has bogged down this one here.
This type of conversation, would think there's going to be something other than just an ball out of bounds.
Right. Now you're sitting here trying to figure out, okay, if it is a flagrant foul, then we have to have free throws. And we'll get the call here. They're going to come over and tell us what's going on.
Okay.
So the common foul, the blocking foul called on Tabor Beer. That will be free throws, but then we do have an unsportsmanlike foul on Kalia King for Northwestern, so that's going to be free throws as well for Southwestern. So Southwestern should shoot theirs first, Kenny, and then we come back down here for Northwestern.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And probably the way that looked, I think they got it right.
Again, whether the intent was there or not, as you said, it looks... Oh, okay, so I got this backwards. King will get the free throw first. First one doesn't go.
A rare miss by Northwestern at the stripe, 13 of 15.
Wow, King missed both there, so now Tucker at the other end. Who ends up with the basketball? I guess Northwestern does?
Well, he had the free throws from the foul. I would say it would be Southwestern basketball.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But it made sense that maybe they'd shoot them in the other order in case there was a miss, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should have been. Yeah. I'm confused too.
Yeah, okay.
I tried to make sense out of it for us.
Well, what I can tell you is Northwestern missed 2 free throws. Southwestern made 2, and there's your momentum swing, 42-40 Southwestern.
I think because it was going to be Southwestern's ball after the unsportsmanlike.
Okay.
So it didn't matter.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get it at midcourt.
So we're inside a minute to play until halftime. Southwestern with a rare lead here in this first half. Frank's driving. We've got contact. They won't count that. The foul's going to be on Mackenzie Billy.
Frank's almost shuffled her feet on her way to the rim that time.
If you're Northwestern, you have to be concerned about this now. That's 3 fouls on Billy. They already have 1 player on the bench. Paya Sappi with 3 fouls.
11-0 run. Northwestern only 10 points in the quarter after a 30-point outburst in quarter 1.
12-0 run in the last 3:28 now. Well, I think if you're Northwestern here, I know you want to be aggressive. I think you've got to slow this down. Try to find a really good shot. Not rush it too much. Problem is with that defense where it is, you kind of have to play frantically. Here's a long 3, and it is good from Deja Beecham. She comes off the bench and makes an impact.
Really a big shot.
Shot clock turned off. 1 point Southwestern lead. Beer lobbing inside for Tucker. It will stay with Southwestern. There's just a hustle play by Beecham. She could have just let it go out of bounds.
The ball was headed out of bounds off of Tucker. The pass was too high.
Beer to inbound, 16 seconds. They'll give to Hayden Pretty. Now to Franks, works it to Spurley, 8 to shoot. Back to Franks, she spins with 4. Ball loose, still loose, and that is the end of the quarter. Kenny, what an exciting first half this has been.
44-43, a lot of offense and rivalry game.
Absolutely.
In the conference tournament, you'd kind of expect this, but with a 1-8 seed, really didn't know with Southwestern's power, but credit Northwestern, they have played their tails off here in the first half.
They shot 59% in the first half, but Southwestern does have a 1-point lead, 44-43. We'll take the halftime break and bring you the third quarter here in just a little while on the GAC Sports Network.
A letter to my freshman self. Savannah, as you begin your collegiate basketball career, I wanted to give you some advice.
Dear naive freshman Hayden, first and foremost, the thing you need to know is always know where your Bible is.
Dear freshman Haley, I wish that time traveling was a thing. If I could, I would travel back in time to tell you all the things that I know now. There are so many things I would love to tell you. I would tell you to stop wishing you were where I am now. I would tell you to live more in the moment, that time goes by too fast and you will someday want to be back in your freshman shoes.
First thing I want to tell you is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You need to live every moment to the fullest. Don't take a single second you have with your family, coaches, or teammates for granted. Engage in the time you have with your teammates because before you know it, the seniors are going to graduate and you could lose the person that is closest to you.
Tell your parents thank you more than just a couple times. They deserve it. Coy and Dax deserve a thank you every now and then too. Be sure to leave Papa popcorn money at every single one of your games because they will be there. And while you're at it, with the thank yous, do a better job of making sure they know how much it means to you that they never miss a game, ever.
Go to practice and work hard. Show up early and on time. Put in extra reps. Set an example. Your coaches are watching, your teammates are watching, but even more importantly, do it for yourself.
I will remind you that it is for something more than just yourself. It is for the little town that believed in you and your abilities for your whole life. It is for your high school that you proudly wore on your chest for the last 10 years. For the little girls that look up to you as a leader and an example. It is for the past coaches that have taught you everything you know. It is for your education. It is for your family, but especially your grandpa that hollered and cheered for you at every single sport event you participated in. I can't, that word gets me.
Those coaches of yours, they love you with absolutely every piece of themselves. You'll end up thinking you're one of their own. When they yell at you, it's because they want the very best from you and they know what you're capable of. Enjoy every moment you have with them because your time with your second moms will eventually have to come to an end.
Number 4, be a good teammate and an even better friend. You are going to battle on the court with your teammates by your side.
You are a Lady Bulldog and will forever get to say that you are a part of something bigger than yourself. Believe me when I say all the blood, sweat, and tears are worth it.
As far as your teammates go, you're going to have the best ones every single year. They become your family, and just like your actual family, let them know how much you appreciate every single one of them and how much they mean to you on and off the court.
Don't sweat the small stuff. You miss shots, big shots, you make mistakes. You'll think about the misses and mistakes entirely too much, but you end up doing extraordinary things with your career.
All the times you think that you must not be good enough, that you don't think you should get to be a part of this team, or that you think you should play over someone else, just stop. Have confidence in yourself and your teammates.
And last but not least, your coaches. You're going to have the best ones in the whole universe. They will care for you and fight for you and protect you and love you like they would their own daughter. Do not take that for granted. These 2 women that you will play for are incredible, and one day you will not even know the words to accurately describe them or to tell them how much they have meant to you during your time at SWOSU.
Be thankful for your hometown and your family. They've both given you strong foundations on which to build your future. There are so many other life lessons that basketball will teach you. Be thankful for all of them. You get to play this sport that you love forever, and it will forever be a part of who you are.
Trust me, it is all worth it, and you will look back and laugh at the situations. You will always be able to call these girls for anything at any point in your life, and they will be there. When the time you have left is winding down, don't wish it away no matter your circumstance, because before you know it, you're going to be taking your jersey off and never putting it back on again.
What I can tell you now is that you are truly living the best days of your life. Coach Music will say that to you a lot over the next 3 years. My goodness. But you won't realize how right she is until you get to be where I am now.
If I could tell you all the things you need to do differently to avoid some of the trouble and hurt and embarrassment that you will go through knowing what I know now, I wouldn't tell you. Because once again, trust me, you will have the greatest time of your life at SWOSU, playing basketball and growing as a woman over these next 4 years. You'll still have a ways to go, but considering where you've started, you've come a long way. So as cliche as it may sound, embrace it and enjoy every minute of it.
Don't worry so much and be proud of the things you are doing with your life. Do you with no regrets and leave behind an example for others to follow, because it could end with a couple pieces of bling if you're lucky.
Like I said, there are so many things that I wish I could talk to you about. My final advice would be to stop. Stop and take a breath and enjoy the moment that you are in. Appreciate your coaches and teammates, because what you think is a long 4 years with them turns out to be a lot shorter than you thought. Enjoy the fact that you are blessed enough to play the sport that you love. Because come April 2019, your college career will be over. And again, you will want to be back in your freshman shoes. Enjoy the moment. Senior Haley.
Sincerely, and not as naive, Senior Hayden.
Sincerely, your senior self, Savannah Gray.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
SAU feels like home because I've made lifelong friendships with people who care about me.
SAU feels like home because I'm part of so many traditions that create meaning through my college experience.
SAU feels like home because it's the perfect size to find people you share common interests in.
Come visit SAU and see why so many students are saying that Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
At Arkansas Tech University, I find harmony between art and science. Here, I can sing into a microphone and learn how one works. Whether it's performing on the field or solving an equation, I'm constantly evolving to meet tomorrow's challenges. I am a musician and a future engineer. My name is Jordan Davis, and I'm a lifelong learner.
You dream of a place where you're valued just as you are, figuring out your future on a safe campus with caring friends and faculty. You do you at SWOSU, Weatherford and Sayre. Being a Bulldog means being you.
In high school, people described me as bright,
hardworking, and dedicated.
That I had a big heart because I care about people and doing the right things.
Now, everywhere I look, I see an entire community just like that.
Learning more,
doing more,
and caring more.
A community of mission, Harding University. Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
SAU feels like home because I've been treated like one of their own from the very beginning. While at SAU, I felt comfortable, encouraged, and motivated to succeed.
SAU feels like home because the atmosphere makes me feel secure and like I'm a part of a family.
SAU feels like home because everyone is here for our students. They care about our success.
Come visit SAU and see why so many students are saying that Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity.
At Ouachita, we care deeply for our students, and we are seeking to invest in them every day.
My professors are some of the best people I've ever met. They love me, they care for me, they care about my well-being.
Faculty are so open to helping you, even outside of the classroom. Like the night before the test, they'll stay up till late in case you need help, and they're really open about that, just really helping you understand everything.
The faculty has challenged me in a way that I feel equipped for whatever comes my way outside of Ouachita.
The faculty and staff really pour into me every day in class, but also out of class. They're really invested in my future.
We develop relationships, and we really seek to pour into the whole person.
I knew engineering would be a challenge, but that hasn't stopped me. Here, I could create a new organization and networking opportunities for women in STEM fields. At Arkansas Tech, I'm more than just a student. My name is Emily Torrialba, and I am a trailblazer.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character. Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character. And then creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go. Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Big shots.
This is a really nice finish.
Big dunks.
Cuts hard to the basket.
This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8. March 27th through 30th at the Ford Center in Evansville.
And that'll do it!
Visit ncaa.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
I've been a leader most of my life. My little sister looks up to me, and I want to teach her that she can accomplish her dreams. One dream is college. I'm the first in my family to attend, and I needed a campus that felt like home and was near home so I could stay close to my family. Now as a campus tour guide and a resident assistant, I make sure other students feel welcome and part of our campus community. Here, I am more than just a student. My name is Alita Gutierrez, and I'm a role model.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
SAU feels like home to me because it is my home away from home. My professors, friends, and classmates have taken on a caring and supportive role for me.
SAU feels like home because the faculty treats me like a part of their family, and they do everything in their power to help me succeed.
SAU feels like home to me because the atmosphere on campus makes me feel secure and like I'm part of a family.
Come visit SAU and see why so many students are saying that Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
Welcome back to the Bruin Fieldhouse, Bartlesville, Oklahoma, the site of the 2019 Great American Conference Tournament Championship, and the last here in Bartlesville for the foreseeable future as the tournament will move to a new location next year. What a game this one's been through one half of play. Southwestern leads 44-43, Kenny.
Yeah, been a really good game. Northwestern, Michael shooting 13 of 22, 59.1%. Southwestern 13 of 30, 43.3. The difference is what you're starting to see. This is something to watch really close. The Southwestern attempted 30 shots, Northwestern 22. They do that because of the pressure. They force turnovers, offensive rebounds, create more opportunities. So that's something to watch really close in the second half. And one thing that changed the second quarter a little bit was Southwestern jumped into a lot of half-court traps. Northwestern going to have to try to adjust to that, maybe get Bailey Brown somewhat in the middle around the free throw line to attack off the pressure.
Northwestern's largest lead of the game was 8 points. Southwestern had a 4-point lead early on in the first quarter. And here we are starting the third quarter of play. Northwestern with the basketball. Free throw lines made a big difference today as well for both teams.
13 of 16 for Northwestern, 15 of 17 for Southwestern.
Farrell open, offensive rebound. Payasapi playing with 3 fouls. Payasapi, Brown, Farrell on the floor. Look inside, won't go. Kalia King also out there, and Jade Jones. That's the 5 on the floor to start the third for Northwestern. And Southwestern has Haley Tucker, Tyra Aska, Hayden Pretty, Bethany Franks, and Taylor Hedrick. Tyra Aska, one of the best defenders in the league against Jade Jones. Didn't hear from Bailey Brown much in the second quarter. She'll go right to the rim, strong with the left hand.
Nice attack from the right wing. Winner of this game, semifinal matchup with either Harding or Henderson State Saturday.
Oh, a high pass, pretty able to keep it in her possession. Of course, 2 quarterfinal games tomorrow. That Harding and Henderson game will be noon. And then Southern Nazarene and Southeastern will play at 2:15 tomorrow. A drive on Aska by King. Now a mid-range jumper that drops in. Payasapi, that's her first 2 points today.
And Northwestern, Michaels responded out of the locker room, a 4-0 run to surge in front by 3.
Sure have. It was 44-43 at halftime. Off the glass and in for Hayden Pretty. Fans are getting their money's worth so far in the women's action. Our earlier game was Arkansas Tech winning by 2 in double overtime. Now Southwestern fired up. They'll get the basketball back.
Hayden Pretty got the takeaway, and then on a scrum for the loose ball, she was fouled, undercut by Kalia King.
Second foul on King.
An 11th Northwestern turnover.
And you got to protect the basketball against this team. The one thing, because Southwestern wants to move as quick as they do, you're going to get your chances. That one up and in for Franks. It's full court press again from Southwestern. If there has been a knock on Southwestern the last few years, it's been their defense. And the former voice of Southwestern, John Little, he did a special interview with a couple of Southwestern players I got to listen to on the way up here for OklahomaSports.net, and he was interviewing Hayden Priddy and said, what do you think about this full court press? And she said, well, my first thought in the offseason was, I'm a senior, I'm getting old, and now I have to press. But it's worked out. It's a 27-game winning streak they're on, and a lot of it's been fueled by the defense. There's some good defense there. Another block shot, and Aska's out in front. Hedrick drives, player falls down. Jade Jones fell down, and she's hurt.
Grabbed that ankle that appeared.
Oh, my goodness. I think you're right.
Kind of rolled that left ankle. Maybe she went down. Or
the knee, maybe? I don't. Yeah, she's limping. Well, and they called a foul on her. So her first foul, she goes to the bench. Keep an eye on her. Yeah, she's holding her ankle over there. Going to walk to the end of the bench, in fact. Pretty shot misses. Rebound on the backside by Ote. Southwestern by 1. Oh, through the hands of King. Too strong of a pass there.
Not the right ideal, but just a bullet pass through the hands of King.
By the way, a big shout out to the folks at First Baptist Church in Weatherford. They're having a Southwestern watch party. Got something to cheer about here with their team up by 3 now. Doug Self, Sports Information Director, and also the man who's kept stats for the tournament the last 7 years. Wanted to make sure I got that in. Tweet us a picture out there if you are at the watch party. You can use the hashtag the GAC or at GAC Athletics. Brown stripped away. Aska has it. And then she loses it. And it's...
Looks like it went off Aska's knee, maybe? Or...
Yeah, but the officials said Southwestern basketball.
Probably right. It was in traffic there. They ran up.
Change your mind quickly there.
Yeah, I'll agree with the officials.
Okay. Certainly a lot of traffic. You're right. If you're on radio, would you have changed your mind that quickly?
You know, probably not. The monitor doesn't lie in front of me, Michael.
Hey, I don't mind saying it. Kenny Morrison, longtime radio announcer for East Central University. He's filling in for Joey McWilliams here tonight. Bounce pass underneath. Payasapi gets the basket to go.
Love the attack. Off the pressure. 2-on-1 on the backside. Payasapi, the nice finish.
Hedrick in the paint. She falls down. Shot went flying over the rim. A bobble there by Farrell. Southwestern wanted to travel. Hey, Jay Jones is back in. Wasn't on the bench long. Has an open shot. It looked good, and it is.
Welcome back to the court. Still gingerly goes to the other end in some pain, though, Michael, as she backpedaled.
It's a little bit harder on defense.
I was going to say, didn't hurt on that three-pointer.
12 points for Jay Jones. Hedrick almost had it taken away. Northwestern leads by 2. And we're at the halfway mark of the third quarter. To be completely honest with you, Kenny, I didn't expect this. I thought a half, maybe. And there's still a long way to go, but Northwestern sure is playing well.
4:52 to play in the third, get a media timeout, and I wouldn't have thought it either. Michael, 52-50, Northwestern has the lead.
We'll be back just in a moment, here in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Accidents can happen anytime. That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico.
4:52 to play in the third quarter. Northwestern in their first ever tournament. 52-50 the lead on Southwestern. Don't forget to send us your tweets at GAC Athletics or use the hashtag the GAC. Northwestern Oklahoma State University student government. Give them a big shout out. They've got us up on the jumbo screen for the watch party. Look at all that food there, Kenny. Pizza.
Goodness.
Nice.
What's the address? I'll be there.
There's a lot of pizza. We could probably get over there before night's end.
Northwestern 17 of 30, and they've been efficient on threes, 5 of 7. Not forcing, taking what the Southwestern defense has given them, and they've stayed in this game and had that 2-point lead against the #1 seed.
Jones up top, big shot, Brown. Tucker the rebound.
Good offense, got a great look, just didn't go.
Tucker's in double figures with 10, but she hasn't been seen much or heard much here in this third quarter.
Been quiet.
Jones drives and now gives to Payasapi. She takes on Tucker and Southwestern and scores. Hey, we're starting to see Northwestern squeeze up a little bit, pressure a little bit in the backcourt. Ball loose, picked up by Aska. We'll give to Tucker, cutting through. And Haley Tucker gets the layup, plus a little bit of contact, it looked like.
Jones was going to try to draw the charge, but really, Tucker kind of stopped before she got there, bumped her a little bit.
That ends a 7-0 Southwestern, or Northwestern run. In the corner, Payasapi, air ball, offensive board, Farrell, put back good.
One of the hardest rebounds for the defense that gets that air ball, Michael. You hear it a lot, but that's the truth. Defense expects it to come off the rim.
Right.
It doesn't. Farrell finds herself wide open and capitalizes. Lead back to 4.
Tyra Aska really breathing heavy out on the court. She looks tired. Here is Spurley. Her shot will not fall. And with a 4-point lead, Northwestern can add to the advantage here. Closing in on crunch time of the third quarter now. Less than 3 to play. Brown working on Franks, 10 to shoot. Kalia King, 15 points. Taken away by Franks. A turnover. Northwestern's 14th turnover.
Kalia King, all her points in the first half.
Yep.
Has not scored here in the third quarter, but her team is leading by 4. They're down 1, so they've outscored Southwestern 5 here in the quarter.
All sorts of new players now, 2 from each side coming in. Kenny, there are times when your star players have to take over. I think Haley tried to do that there. She kept the ball in her hands. That whole possession, got fouled. I would think the ball's going back to her here. She wants it back.
Northwestern's in a little bit of a zone.
Knocked away. Taken away. Oh, whoa. Brown throwing that one right to Tyra Aska. Decent idea, player open, but pass wasn't where it needed to be. Aska driving. Offensive board for Tyra Aska. Right back to it.
Quick leaper, strong around the rim. But remember, that happened after they'd forced the turnover. They gave it right back.
Jakira Ote. She gets to the paint. About an 8-foot jumper. It's good. She has 7. Northwestern still leads by 4. They've outscored Southwestern by 5 here in the quarter. Aska trying to take over. Not trying, doing.
Doing the same thing. Catches it right wing. They clear out, uses her strength, elevates and scored in the mid-range shot.
King in trouble and a timeout called. .118 to play in the quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll just stay right here. 58-56. Northwestern with the lead on Southwestern. Let me go back to that statement a minute ago, Kenny, because I'm sure those Northwestern fans said, wait a minute. But let's be honest, on paper, it's the 1-8 matchup, and it's a 27-game winning streak for Southwestern. So if you said you expected this, well, you're either a Northwestern fan or you haven't seen Southwestern and what they've done, the last few years. So didn't mean anything negative by that necessarily. It's been a fun game.
It's been a really fun game. In the two games this year, 97-79 at Alva and 83-58 at Weatherford. So two double-digit Southwestern wins. But you hear this all the time. You get into postseason, you kind of get re-energized. You've been a grind for 27, 28 games. You got a chance. And Northwestern has re-energized, and they've came out like we have nothing to lose. We're glad to be here, and this is our arch rival. We're going to play. We're going to play hard. We're going to play with energy for 40 minutes to see what happens. And 1-8. Those two lopsided scores earlier in the year, you could expect something much more of the same. But Northwestern's had none of it, and they've done it. A team that is close to over 55%, I think, shooting the last time out for the year, Michael. They're 11th out of 12 teams from the field, 37.4%. They've just came out. They've shot it well.
They've won 6 of their last 10, including wins over tournament teams, Southern Nazarene, Southeastern, and Henderson State. As play resumes, Tucker comes over and rejects the shot. That should fire up the Southwestern faithful. A chance to tie or take the lead. They're going to Tyra Aska again. Now to Spurley. Spurley inside, underneath, finds Strematite for the easy 2.
And they double team there in the middle, and they paid the willing passer, Maddie Spurley, just a little 3-foot dump down to Strematite.
Ote drives, kicks to Brown, back to Ote. Now Jade Jones, top of the key. Too hard. And a rebound by Spurley. About an 8-second difference between our game and shot clock. Here's Beer driving in trouble. Aska working against Beecham. Aska got her own offensive board there. Beer's shot doesn't fall. Long rebounds. Jump ball. With 11 seconds remaining, it will be Northwestern basketball.
You really love the effort by both teams, Michael. They are playing like it's a semifinal or championship game. This is the quarterfinals. And these two teams playing like they belong here, and both of them that really desperate for a win here. Both of them really playing hard.
Southwestern, the #1 team in the Central region. #5 team in the nation, #8 in another poll. Here's Beard, 7 seconds. Step back jumper, no good. He got 3 seconds left. Will they get a shot away? I don't think so there. Wow, 58 all our score. Northwestern outscores Southwestern by a single point there in the third to tie it up. We got the fourth quarter coming up for you in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Big shots. Teamwork. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Elite 8, March 26th through 29th at Alumni Hall in Columbus.
Bounces right back with a triple. Great job.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
It's the start of the fourth quarter. Northwestern with the basketball. Presley Payasapi Had a pretty good game, 6 points. Was in foul trouble early. Here's Brown underneath. Brown muscling her way to the rim over Franks. And Kenny, look at those numbers after 3 quarters.
What a hard finish. 20 of 49 for Southwestern, 20 of 37 for Northwestern from the field.
Aska, she gets 2 back the other way.
Southwestern only made 3 of 15 triples. Northwestern 5 of 10.
Tell you what, all these possessions lately going to Tyra Aska, eventually that's going to open up those other players to give them some good looks.
It really is. You know, Aska now, with that bucket, has 12 points, 4 rebounds. Southwestern has 9 offensive rebounds. Northwestern 7 in the game.
Northwestern still above 50% shooting for the game.
Yeah,
isn't that impressive?
21-38.
Look inside. Brown finishes off of the assist from Payasapi. And Bailey Brown, who averages 15 a game, she now has 12. And King has not scored here in the second half.
She's been silent, and they've kept Payasapi out from getting her 4th foul.
Wow, a lot of contact there. Boy, if Aska misses, she's going to get her own rebound. Everything running through Tyra Aska right now against King. This time they call the foul.
Aska, a tremendous one-on-one player, and they're just overloading one side and clearing out the right side for Tyra Aska, letting her go one-on-one and just trying to generate offense.
4th foul on King. Do you consider taking her out at all here? 8:22 to play.
Boy, up 2. I think you might have to until about the 5-minute mark. We'll see.
I would think so, but she's going to stay in right now. Free throw good for Aska.
He's played 28 of the 31-plus minutes. Got to look at attrition as well.
Here you go, a sub coming in. Yep. That's what happens. Ote comes in to replace King. Yeah, at least a couple of minutes, I would imagine. Southwestern looking to tie it here on the Aska free throw attempt. Southwestern now 17 of 19 from the line. We've had 35 free throw attempts in the game. Of course, there were 20 in the first quarter. Ote able to find the open shooter. It's Farrell. Ball is loose. Jump ball. And the Lady Bulldogs will have the possession.
4 bodies on the floor in the paint there. 2 from each club battling for that loose ball.
Two incredible games here so far today on the women's side. This one a long way from being decided. We're 2 minutes into the 4th quarter, tied at 62. Aska takes the long shot this time, and it's a quick possession as Brown comes up with a rebound.
Numbers.
Ote's 3 is good. Northwestern has the 3-point lead.
What happened there, they had numbers, but then Southwestern got back, but they couldn't get matched up.
Yep.
So they kicked it around the perimeter, and Ote made them pay from downtown.
Now it's Tucker's turn. Ball knocked free. Aska picks it up. Franks working on Brown. 10 to shoot. In trouble. Finds Tucker. Interesting there. Tucker just kind of reached over, went for the ball, and was that Ote called for the foul? It was her second.
Second team foul against Northwestern in the quarter. Southwestern yet to be guilty of one.
Here's Hayden Pretty, the GAC Player of the Year. Tyra Aska, the first team selection. Step back 3 on its way. It doesn't go. Tucker punches it to Pretty. A lot of contact and a blocking foul underneath will send Hayden Pretty to the free throw line.
Something you won't see, excuse me, Michael. Haley Tucker just grabbed the rebound, but able to reach up and bat it back to the perimeter to her teammate.
You know, I would think this is going to be a way that Southwestern can take the lead, tie it up, take the lead, get back to the free throw line. That's something they do really well. See how the refs call it down the stretch here, but it gives you a chance to kind of just slow things down. The shots are not falling for Southwestern. Down to 40% for the game.
Yeah, and having one of those nights where they're 3 of 17 on threes. Again, they make 9.9 per game on the year.
But Pretty's the league's second best free throw shooter, 87%. She hits both. Northwestern's got to get the ball inbounds. Jones is able to do so to Ote.
See if they try to trap in the half court again. They really hadn't done much of that in the second half.
No. Ote looking for Brown inside, not there. Now Brown on the other side. High pass to her. She's out of sync. The ball goes out of bounds with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
A high pass, maybe assisted by Franks just a little as she caught it with them hands there.
Coach Kelsey Music, head coach for Southwestern. And Coach Anderson, her assistant. Inbounds to Ote. Thought about the drive. Franks knocks it free. Tabor Beer comes up with it. Southwestern with a chance to take the lead. They have not led since the 5:59 mark in the third quarter. It was 50-49. Beer circles the wagons, blocked by Brown. And the official blows the whistle to stop play here.
I think they may want to watch a replay of this last play down here. I'm speculating. Bethany Franks knocked down Jay Jones right in front of the Northwestern bench. Northwestern bench was really up in arms, and I got a feeling that they need to review that. It was, I don't know if it was intentional again. We hadn't seen the replay, but Jay Jones went down hard right in front of the bench as Bethany Franks chased down a loose ball, and she ran through. We're going to see the replay here, and that's what they're going to review.
So because Northwestern had the basketball, or because Southwestern had the basketball, they didn't want to stop the play.
In my gut, they're going to call something a little flagrant here. If they called the one earlier on Northwestern, let's watch it here. This is from my initial view of it.
There's when the ball went out of bounds, and so it's after this.
I think they went the wrong way with it. It was just a scramble for a loose ball, Michael, but the arms just from first appearance might have been a little high by Bethany Franks as she ran through Jay Jones. We'll see on the replay.
Okay, here we go. I think we... That wasn't it, was it?
That was earlier on the
okay.
Hayden Pretty shot of 2 free throws a moment ago. They were almost to it. Northwestern clinging to the 1-point lead. This would be a big call.
It was right after this.
Could be a couple free throws if indeed that's what they call.
You don't know if you had a camera angle on it or not either. Now here's Jones, who was inbounding. Yeah, Ote lost it. Oh, okay, there's Franks coming in and left shoulder.
And I think if you call the one where the ball was dribbled on Tabor Beer's face a moment ago, probably call something here, even though maybe, again, in her mind, no real intent, but yet in the middle of the game, just in the action, turned that left shoulder and really threw it in. It appeared to Jay Jones.
Pretty solid knockdown, that's for sure. Football would be an illegal block in the back, wouldn't it?
It would.
Still waiting for the officials to make a decision. 2 of them huddled up over by the monitor, as you can see.
We get to review it again. There it was.
Of course, right in front of the Northwestern bench is also going to warrant the officials to stop play and take a look, because Northwestern had a pretty good view of it.
The officials looked at it long and hard. Now they'll have a discussion, which probably means we won't speculate.
Well, but we did see last time the long discussion led to a flagrant foul, technical foul call. The situation here is 65-64 Northwestern with 6:12 remaining in the game. The official let the possession take place for Southwestern, and after that resulted in a miss. He blew the whistle
Michael, Southwestern's largest lead in this game has been 4.
And that was very early on.
8:19 to play in the opening quarter. Northwestern's largest lead has been 8 midway through the second quarter.
All right, we'll get the word here from our official.
Okay, there you go.
All right, unsportsmanlike foul called on Bethany Franks for Southwestern. And that will be free throws for Northwestern with a 1-point lead. Goes as a personal foul for Franks, her second. And it sends Bailey Brown to the free throw line. She's an 86.8% free throw shooter. But the last time we saw the Lady Rangers at the line in a situation like this, both free throws were missed.
That's 2 of the 3 misses when there's nobody else around the free throw lane area.
The other thing to think about here, Kenny, we'll talk about it after this free throw. You have King set to check back in. They don't like shooting at the line with nobody around.
Bailey Brown missing. She's got a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Oh, Brown misses both. Bailey Brown, the sophomore from Enid. It is still Northwestern basketball. So, Kenny, Kalia King is back in. She got about a 2-minute break. She has 4 fouls.
Got to play smart now. They need her presence, whether she scores or not down the stretch. Need her ball handling against the pressure. They need her on the court.
Those could have been 2 crucial free throws. They still are crucial.
And they come up empty.
Aska gets the rebound. Southwestern with a chance to go back on top with less than 6 to play. No field goals in the last 3:26 and counting for Southwestern, and a foul will be called against Jakiria Ote. Her 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul against Northwestern. Only 1 foul committed by the Lady Bulldogs here in this 4th quarter. Well, Tyra Aska is being asked to do it all today. She's got to wipe up the floor as well.
Did a pretty good job of that. She's been all over the court. First team all GAC.
Tucker's only taken 6 shots, Kenny. Does that surprise you?
It does. They've really taken...
No look pass inside to Franks.
Yeah, they've kind of taken Tucker away. They've really had a body on her all over the court.
Full court press, a timeout taken. Now only 2 timeouts remaining for Northwestern down the stretch here. That's going to be big with 5:33 to play. We'll take it as well. 66-65, Southwestern leads. We're back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the little piggy cry wee, wee, wee all the way home?
Maxwell.
Yeah?
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I can't believe it. I've been playing 4-on-4.
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science, and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
We're making needed changes to college basketball, so student athletes will have the flexibility to go pro when it works best for them. The freedom to return to school if the draft doesn't work out, and the opportunity to finish their degree later in life. Providing a pathway to opportunity is at the heart of everything we do, and we're taking action to support the success of student athletes both on and off the court.
Inbounds pass goes to Ote. It's Northwestern basketball. Kenny, they took a timeout just to keep the possession. They only have 2 remaining now, and there's still a lot of basketball to be played. Northwestern trails by 1. Jones running in to Pretty. They let the contact go. Pretty comes up with the basketball. It's a turnover on the Lady Rangers. Beer tangled up, ball out of bounds. Tucker's played 35 minutes. Pretty's played 31. Jones has played 32 minutes. And remember, she was injured earlier.
She's had an ankle. She's been knocked to the ground by Franks a moment ago.
Jones blocks that shot out of bounds from Beer. And so 10 on the shot clock now. The inbound setup for Southwestern is interesting. They put Tucker how far away from the basket?
Within range, 35 feet, huh?
And she's going to take that long shot, and she hits, and she is fired up. It's her first three-point make today. Four-point Southwestern lead is their largest of the game. Ties their largest from back in the first quarter.
Big possession here by Northwestern.
Payasapi finds Ote open. Pretty lost it. Brown picks it up. Another rebound for Brown. Her 12th to go with 10 points. Ote drives on Beard. Turnaround shot. Good. Second opportunity results in points. Tucker wants this one right now. She will back down her defender. Misses the shot over Payasapi. Pretty good defense.
She kind of pulled the chair on her a bit as she drove down the lane, and Tucker ended up a little too far under the goal to finish that shot.
Now Northwestern with a chance to tie again. It's King. Haven't heard from her in a while, but we do now.
Loves the matchup one-on-one against Tabor Beer, taking her to the low post, elevating over the top. That's a great response by Northwestern after the Tucker dagger three, it appeared.
5-0 run for Northwestern. Shot does not fall. Close.
Pretty's
and a
over
foul.
The back. Yeah, sorry, Pretty's over the back.
Incredible response from Northwestern.
It really was. You've got the region's #1 team, the 5th-ranked team in the nation, winners of 22 straight GAC games, 27 overall. They get a big three on you from the 4-time all-conference player, and it appears like maybe headed toward a knockout punch, and they respond on a 4-0 run.
Now they have the ball again. Chance to go back on top. It's Jones. Out to King, hitting the shot a moment ago.
Some tired folks out there, Michael.
No, absolutely. A lot of minutes being logged in an opener. Whoever wins will need that off day tomorrow. 7 on the shot clock. We're inside 3 to play. Ote fading away. Tucker an easy rebound. 7th rebound for Tucker to go with 15 points. Aska 5 of 12 from the floor. She logged a lot of shots in the third quarter.
Jones denying her away from the play right now, trying to keep it out of Aska's hand. They'll go 4-on-4.
Payasapi guarding Tucker. Haley Tucker scores.
Nice move by Tucker, went to the left hand.
Pretty runs into Kalia King. King falls down. Pretty picks it up, goes to the rim with a layup.
Wow. A lot of contact in the backcourt.
My goodness. Now Northwestern falls down. We got a foul at midcourt, or another foul's over here this time.
We'll call Tyra Aska, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, big play point of the game with a lot of contact there on that layup by Pretty after the steal. Looked like a lot of contact.
Yep. 2 fouls on Aska. Tucker guarding the inbound. 2:06 remaining. It goes to Brown. 4-point game. Northwestern had the response a moment ago. Kalia King was a part of that. Taken away. Tabor Beer. Southwestern will back this out. Jones trying to come up with a steal. This could be the dagger. Beer step back. Tucker offensive rebound. She was tied up. Jump ball. Northwestern has the possession.
Now Tucker looking in astonishment like, hey, they all over my arm, they got me. I will say the officials letting them bump around here late in the game.
Certainly are. 73-69 Southwestern. 1:35 remaining. Jones, wow, Aska, what an effort.
They just keep pressuring. They don't back up.
And if you're Jones there, the 5-second count was on. She had to do something. See the inbounds again.
Plenty of time, Michael. 1:34 to play. Got to break the pressure. Get the balls in the hand, maybe in the hand of Kalia King going toward the basket. Bailey Brown.
Jones, still another dangerous pass to get it in. It's a scoring drought of 2:04 for Northwestern. A crucial moment, and a timeout is taken by head coach Tasha Dieselhorst. 73-69 is our score. Southwestern with the lead. We know those folks out in Weatherford at First Baptist Church are on the edge of their seat waiting for the end of this one. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days, I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
The Communication and Innovative Media program taught me what I need to know in a really fun way. With a hands-on approach to learning and a caring group of teachers, Henderson State University has given me the confidence that no matter where life takes me, I'll always live ready.
Somebody else sending us in a tweet at GAC Athletics or the hashtag the GAC. Thanks to everybody watching. This is always such a fun event. So many teams involved, so many great people to see. And we've had two great games on the women's side, at least from our vantage point. Yeah, go ahead, Kenny.
No, I was going to say, sorry, biggest possession of the game. You're down 4, $1:20 to play. Need a good bucket.
No doubt. It's Jones, takes on two Southwestern players and gets the shot to go.
Now you play straight up. You're down 2. Approach the 1 minute mark. Get a stop. Got a chance to tie or go ahead on the ensuing possession.
60 seconds remaining. Can Southwestern keep their 27-game winning streak alive? Can they advance? It's going to be up to Tucker, who finds Franks wide open.
Yeah, it makes her so tough. You double in the low post. She's so tall at 6'2", so she's right over the top on the dump down.
King out to Jones, 45 seconds left. Got an open shooter in the corner for Northwestern. Couldn't get it to her. King jump stop. Underneath, ball loose, and it's still loose. A timeout given to Northwestern. That's their last timeout. 34.8 to play. Southwestern 75, Northwestern 71. Northwestern's had a couple situations here, Kenny, where they've had to use timeouts because of that pressure in the backcourt. So now the rest of the way they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, so they're going to have to execute flawlessly down the stretch. And what hurts there is if they get a bucket here, then get a stop, they won't be able to use a timeout to advance the basketball. They'll have to bring it to full court. You know, Northwestern 26 of 47, over 55% for the game. They've done everything they needed to do to try to win this game. Southwestern shooting 41.3%. They've made 2 more threes than Southwestern. They've been outscored 19-13 at the foul line, and Southwestern has 16 more shot attempts.
And it's those 4 misses at the free throw line during the flagrant foul situation that have really factored in here down the stretch. Inbounds goes to Jones. Now the shot clock was at 15. King will drive. Ote out top, thought about it. 7 to shoot. She goes in, misses. Tucker, a rebound. Southwestern by 4. 18 seconds to play. Northwestern doesn't foul. And now they do foul Haley Tucker. And that's the 15th foul that will send the 2-time GAC Player of the Year to the line with 15 seconds remaining. If she knocks these down, it looks like Southwestern's going to squeak by with a first-round victory.
What a hard tournament, the GAC. My goodness. Southwestern with the players of Pretty and Tucker have never won this event, and as good as they've been. And as a #1 seed in a real fight with the #8 seed, and first time appearance of Northwestern in this tournament.
Well, there's nothing you can hang your hat on if you're a Lady Ranger fan, because yeah, in their first appearance ever, they have taken Southwestern all the way to the end. 15 seconds remaining. Tucker hits both. 77-71, and it's the largest lead of the game for Southwestern. How about that?
Comes at the very end.
That's when you want it. 10 seconds left. King to the rim. Basket goes. No timeouts for Southwestern. Keeps it rolling. 6 seconds to go on a 4-point lead. Free throws coming here.
If this score holds, Michael, and Southwestern hangs on, they will advance to the semifinals and play at noon Saturday against the winner of the 4-5 matchup. Harding, the 4 seed, Henderson, the 5 seed. They play tomorrow at noon. The other semifinals, Arkansas Tech defeated East Central in double overtime earlier, 76-74. So the 7 seed advanced over the 2 seed. And they'll take on the winner of the Southern Nazarene Southeastern game, the 3-6 matchup tomorrow at 2:15.
And look at the score. Look how close it was to the first game that went to double overtime.
Wow.
Missed the first one, made the second. 6 seconds remaining. It's a 5-point Southwestern advantage. Ote with 4 to half court. She'll launch. Southwestern stays alive after a tough opening round matchup against Northwestern. They win 78-73 in the quarterfinal and are now 28-1, a 28-game winning streak. Couldn't ask for much more as a fan to watch a game like this. Of course, probably a lot of folks in the stands who don't have a rooting interest were going for the underdog. That made it a little bit exciting. Your final thoughts here, Kenny?
Well, Northwestern did everything they could do. They played hard, had a chance to win the basketball game. Southwestern just showed why they won 27 straight. They made the plays on the inside 2 minutes.
The final score again was 78-73. Southwestern with a win. For Kenny Morrison, I'm Michael Westbrook. So long from the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.